What is going on, guys? It is Stab, and today we are kicking off the Stab League for the first game of the season. We are taking on Alyssa, as we mentioned, our team builder. Before you go ahead and get into the battle today, please go ahead and watch the team builder. Link to the playlist for this season will be in the description with the week 1 team builder, so you guys can know exactly what I brought and why I brought it. If you don't want to know the specifics, and you just want to know about the teams, both teams that I expect to bring this, well, not both teams, but both teams will be over in the right side of the screen of the team that we are bringing today, as well as the team we expect Alyssa to bring against us. Just a quick rundown of the 6 we are bringing, in case you guys don't want to watch the entire team builder, but again, I recommend that you do that. We're bringing our Life Orb Greninja, 3 attacks and taunt, our pretty standard Mega Lopunny, a special defensive Crobat with Defog, a support Tyranitar with Stealth Rock, and a Expert Belt, specially based Victini, and a mixed defenses Tangrowth. Now, the only thing that actually changed as far as from the team builder to the actual battle is I did mess around with Tangrowth a little bit. What I did was I made it a specially defensively boosting nature and took 4 EVs from defense and put them in special defense so that we could take a Draco meter from a Life Orb Latios and then a second one after the drop from Draco. So without further ado, well, actually, before I forget, on the other side is the team that we expect Alyssa to bring. So we have Landorus, Cresselia, Keldeo, Latios, Tangrowth, and Rotom Heat. So that is the team we are expecting to bring, and I will be right back with the battle, and we will see how well we did on the predictions. Alright, here we are with the battle, and as you can see, we got most of the team predicted correctly. 2 things here, the Florges and the Blissey, we did not account for. Well, we accounted for them in the team building, obviously, but we didn't really expect her to bring them. So they are here over the Landorus and the Cresselia, and something else is here too. There is no Mega Chomp. So it is basically Christmas already, as the Landorus was very threatening, and we don't have to break through the Cresselia. So the fuck the duck plan goes by the wayside, and we can just kind of play from here. Her biggest threat is still the Keldeo. We gotta determine what set that is. But other than that, it's not a very offensive team, and we should be able to break it pretty easily. Now, what I actually decided to do here is lead off my Lopunny, just because I can get a free Mega on pretty much anything, and like even Florges, who could Moonblast me, doesn't appreciate a return. So we're pretty safe on that. Plus, we can scout the item on the Keldeo, determine if it's Scarfed or not. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it, and of course, I will be periodically pausing just to explain the plays. We're going to put this on slow, I believe. Yep. Just so I have time to react here. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So she does lead with Keldeo. Pretty much what I thought might happen. Other lead options were Fair Thrown. But either way, I'm just going to go for the fake out, get my Mega up right away. So we should, barring a Scarf, outspeed the entire team now. Yeah, so Keldeo flinches, of course, and she did not reveal leftovers, so no Calm Mind shenanigans. And I'm going to go right out to Tangrowth. Tangrowth is very specially defensive, should be able to take any hit she wants to go for as the Reflect goes up. Support Keldeo, maybe? I don't know. This play was very strange, confusing, and kind of bad, so we're just going to roll with it. She can't really do anything to me, and she goes out to Blissey. I'm just going to go for Giga Drain. No reason to over-predict, as it will 2-hit the Keldeo, and we'll be able to kind of see what this Blissey wants to do. And we do not see leftovers, which kind of goes with the mantra. She goes for the aromatherapy. So we know it has aromatherapy, so I got to be careful of my Toxic. But other than that, yeah, good. I'm going to go for Knockoff to see what item she has, just because I didn't see leftovers, and I ended up knocking off a Citrus Berry, which is very, very interesting, because most of my hitters are physically offensive, barring the things that I probably wouldn't hit her with in the first place. But either way, Blissey wouldn't handle a physical hit well enough to get her Citrus Berry back in the first place. Go out to Danza, because I was expecting a Toxic. I didn't want my Tangrowth Toxic. She reveals a Body Slam. Thankfully, she does not actually do very much damage and does not get the prayer. I'm just going to throw out for Toxic. I can wear this thing down, and even if it's not natural cure for some reason, it'll stay there. She hits me with Avalanche. Super effective, did like 4%. So, yeah. Don't use physical Blissey. Flight's going to go away, and I'm just going to Brave Bird. Blissey is a fat motherfucker, and somehow decides that it's going to live on 2% from a very adamant boosted Brave Bird. Granted, I'm not in tag invested, so it could live, but still, bulk is bulk. And she goes for aromatherapy, gets rid of her toxins. I'm just going to roost off because I figure her only 2 attacks to hit me are the body slam and the avalanche, as she reveals her 4th move, which ends up being Heal Bell. Now, Heal Bell and aromatherapy actually do the same exact thing, so I'm not really sure why that was there. But again, we're just going to take it in stride. She goes at the 3rd throw, and I think I just fire off a Brave Bird to do as much damage as I can. Does a very solid amount, but as you see, between Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet, and Recoil, does a very significant out to me as well. Do I stay in here? I think I actually do. Yeah, I think I want to risk the Thunder Wave and just get my health back. She ends up hitting me with Poison Jab, physically offensive Ferrothorn. Yeah, kind of, maybe. But it doesn't do anything, and I get most of it back from leftovers anyway. I'm going to go right out to Victini just because if it had Thunder Wave, I would have gone for it, and it actually goes with a Bullet Seed, which is very interesting. Does get only 2 hits, which is nice. And I'm just going to fire off a Blue Flare. She has really no switch-ins into it. And go ahead and pick up the first kill of the season. Falls to Rambo. Fiddly, Rambo gets the first kill with Rambo. So, not bad at all. And Tangrowth drops pretty... Not Tangrowth. I call this thing Tangrowth in the battle preview as well. But yeah, it's Ferrothorn. She goes at the Latios here. Now, pretty sure I could take it any kind of hit. But I also don't really have anything to hit her back. And I don't think Glaciate will kill. Granted... If I hit her with Glaciate one time, I would be faster the next turn. But at the same time, I didn't really think it was worth all that damage that could have happened. So what I am going to do is I'm going to switch out into my Tyranitar. Maybe she didn't want to get trapped by Tyranitar and made the double out into Rotom, which in that case was a nice play. But if she just wanted to take a fire move again, I could hit this. I could have hit this thing with even just a U-turn to get momentum that way. But anyway, shit, my bad, guys. We're just going to go ahead and get back to the turn. This happens. My bad. Totally. We need to get back to the point where, okay, this is good enough. Yeah, so Victini died, and she went out into her Rotom. She went out to Latios first. I decided not to hit it. I'm going to switch out into my Arantar. She brings in the Rotom. Now... I don't know what kind of Rotom this is at first, so I do want to scout its moveset a little bit. I can't afford to really take a Will-O-Wisp because Tyranitar is my main way of dealing with her Latios. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch out into my Victini again, predicting a Will-O-Wisp. As you see here, she actually goes for Hidden Power. Now, it was resisted by Victini, so it's not Hidden Power Ground, and it's probably Hidden Power Fighting, maybe. I'm going to go for Psychic, and this is a very bulky Rotom. It doesn't do very much at all. She actually hits me with a Foul Play. That's bad. We can't stay on that now, as I did a whole lot of damage. And just going to U-turn out to get a little bit more chip. As you see, she actually ends up being the Rocky Helmet, so good on her, I guess. But I'm going to go right to Tyranitar, and she Foul Plays me. I resist that. That's a crit. It still is only 14%. Now, I figure since she didn't go for Will-O-Wisp the first time, she probably doesn't have it. I could have pursued it here, but I thought that rocks were more valuable in the long run, so I am going to set my Stealth Rock right here. And if she has Defog on Latios, that's where to remove it. Otherwise, they're going to be here for the rest of the game. She goes at the Flores. I don't really want to take a Moonblast, even though I am very bulky. Danza is still a very good switch in. She actually goes for Heal Belt, which doesn't do anything because none of her things were status. So she has Heal Belt on multiple things, which is very, very strange. Anyway, we're back in full health. She goes for the Magic Coat here, which was kind of a cool tech, as I'm going to try to Toxic this thing. It bounces back. Luckily, I have also poison, so it doesn't affect me. But it was kind of cool to see that. I'm going to go for Brave Bird, do well over half, and take Rocky Helmet damage from this as well. So, very, very interesting. She goes for Hidden Power. I'm not really sure what that is because it wasn't very effective, and even ground would have been neutral to me being a poison type. She is going to switch out into her Rotom, I believe. I know I can outspeed this, but without any attack investment, as I just fire over Toxic. Never mind. One turn ahead of you guys. Anyway, I fire over Toxic, just get some more residual damage on this thing, and I believe I don't stay in here. Yep, I don't stay in because my only attack is Brave Bird, and also I don't know if with no investment it won't be able to kill or not. So I make the safer play, and I just go out to my Tyranitar. Here, as you're going to see, it's going to Foul Play me again, do even less damage because it didn't get the crit. Now, here, I go for the Pursuit, And I really have no reason not to, because if she switches out and I pursued her, she'll die. If she switches out, as you see that toxic there puts it well in range of the rocks again. So basically, if she didn't switch out there and I pursued her, she died. If she switched out and I pursued her, she died. Even if I didn't pursue, she would have died to rocks anyway, so that didn't really matter. She brings a Latios here, maybe hidden bar fighting, but at the same time, I really have enough bulk to live anything she wants to go for. She defogs in the face of Tyranitar, which is really strange. So I'm just going to hit off Pursuit. She did reveal a leftover, so I know I have nothing to fear from this Latios. It doesn't have enough power to hit me down. So I'm going to Pursue once. She fires up Dragon Pulse, easily live that no life orb boost, and very specially defensive. So tank it pretty well, and then fire for another Pursuit and kill the Latios. So Tyranitar picks up its second kill, and she's down to only her Keldeo has really any offensive presence as well. I am in range of a water move, so instead of sacking this for no reason, I'm just going to go out to Santa Cruz to Tangrowth and easily eat up this Aqua Jet. Well then, so we're going to get Aqua Jet, and she's going to go for Aqua Jet again. I believe I'll just go for Giga Drain. Yeah, I'm just going to go for Giga Drain. Easily 2 KOs this thing, so she's in a very, very bad position, and she chooses to save the Keldeo for whatever reason, and goes out into Florges. I'm going to fire for Giga Drain, just get a little bit of damage off, and then I do carry the Poison Jab for this thing, and at that range, she goes for Heal Bell. Not really agreeing with that play at all, and I'm just going to get a super effective Poison Jab on this thing, easily knock it out from that range. So Tangrowth picks up another kill. Well, Tangrowth picks up his first kill, never mind. Tangrowth picks up his first kill, and then Blissey comes in. I believe I would fire for knockoff as she goes for aromatherapy. She actually outspeeds me too, which I think Blissey naturally outspeeds Tangrowth, maybe. But I'm not running any speed on this thing, so could be that way as well. I went for knockoff just in case she went out to Keldeo. I wanted to knock off its item, but she just says that it dies to knockoff. And then here, she's going to try to Poison Jab me, even though it's super effective, only does about 30%, and then I'm going to be able to go for the Giga Drain, get a lot of that health back, and win the game by the final score of 6-0. Very, very strong start for the Sacred Fire. Santa Cruz putting in the massive amount of work, killing half the team. Tyranitar dishing in 2 pursuit kills, and Victini picking up the clutch blue flare on that Ferrothorn. So, if you guys enjoyed the battle, please leave a like, leave a comment. Give some advice to Alyssa. This was her first battle ever, and I think we all remember that time in our careers and how intimidating it could be to go against someone with the kind of experience I have. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, again, leave a like, subscribe if you're not, and I'm Stab. Next week, we will be taking on Samm and her team, and she got a powerful squad too, so I will be bringing you guys the team builder sometime in the next couple days after this goes up, the weekend, kind of. I was actually visiting John and Alyssa in Balfre, so I was not home to kind of get this up in time. So, well, obviously we played then, so, but anyway, wow, I'm just rambling. But yeah, basically the team builders and the battles will be more on time in future weeks, because I will be home to do them. Anyway, guys, I'm Stab, and